Mass Observation welcomes diaries in all shapes and sizes. Here are some examples of diaries from the 12th of May 2020 which capture the day and explore creativity. A rainbow log pile thanking the NHS. An illustrated guide to staying sane in self-isolation. I love textiles. I own 3 looms and 4 spinning wheels. I have a 14-foot square room in the basement overflowing with yarns, fleece, books and equipment. Once in my room, I put Radio 3 on. It's about pebbles today. I will enjoy that. Noises of beaches while I work. Today I will be dressing my 8-shaft loom with hand-dyed warp in linen and wool. It takes a whole day to put a warp on, and because my back is not good, I desperately miss my once-a-fortnight back massage. I need to do other things to rest my back as the day unfolds. Spinning a mauvey pink yarn to put onto the painted warp as weft. I won't lie, I'm feeling down today. We are all having sad days. Somehow my usual get up and go has got up and gone. I will go and do some thwacking on the big loom. A diary from one of our youngest writers, aged 5, with a beautiful drawing. We stay at home. We can go on 1 walk a day. A photograph of a rainbow street art with a tribute to NHS key workers. Dear Diary, Tuesday 12th of May 2020, 9:30. I woke up to the sound of my alarm. As I looked through the window, the blinding sun was shining straight towards me. I could barely look outside. I opened the window and suddenly a brush of air hit me. I was ready for a bright new day. I had a shower and brushed my hair. 9:50. I had delicious toast and butter and tea with my sisters. As I took my first bite, I could feel and taste wonder spreading through my mouth. I was so hungry, I started eating as soon as I sat down at the table. It was excellent. 10:30. When I finished my breakfast, I went to my room and took out my pencil case with all my supplies. I then grabbed all my things I needed to do my homework, such as books and my laptop. The first thing I did, I got my maths book and I started working on that, and after that I went and got my laptop to do more homework. 11:05. I get tired, so I decide to go outside for about 15 minutes. As soon as I opened the door, I felt so cheerful. I could feel fresh air. I looked down at the emerald green grass, and there were so many pleasing flowers everywhere. I could have swum on the flowers. One by one, I started to pick the flowers. When I had a handful, I sat down on the grass and started making a headband. Eventually, it was big enough for my head, so I got a clip and I clipped the flower headband to my head. I looked really pretty. Then I had nothing else to do, so I sat outside and I read a book. An illustrated diary, including a self-portrait and a drawing of a dove flying past the writer's house. And a collage of photographs, proudly showing the items I have knitted over the weeks. I photographed and put a frame with Lockdown 2020 written on it. I might have to get another frame to add to it, another one to clean in front and behind. A poem which focuses on food and the delights of cooking during the pandemic. My COVID cupboard. Food has become a very big deal. I think about it a lot and how it makes me feel. When I saw the crisis coming, I did an online shop. Thought I would have enough until it stopped. I didn't panic buy, but I did panic when I couldn't go out due to the pandemic. Last year my pantry was stocked for Brexit. Now it's my COVID cupboard. Stocked with food I'm lucky to afford. Now a nation of bakers, there's no flour to make my bread. I worry about food while more people are dead. Eggs and sugar too in short supply. Hard to understand what's happening and why. In my panic I ordered vegetable seeds. Set to work sowing enough for us to feed. Never thought this might be time to diet. Sounded like the supermarkets were close to a riot. But switching to vegetarian seemed like a plan, even if buying meat isn't covered by a ban. Up at the allotment, digging in the ground, somehow makes it feel like the virus won't come around. Pulling up the rhubarb, cooking it for tea, I start to feel that COVID won't catch me. Each day I plan the meal. Time cooking in the kitchen keeps it real. What about the hungry key workers and empty food banks? How can we put food in their mouths and fill up the tanks? What about my loved ones living away? Will an online shop make their day? Food security means a lot more to me now. I have even thought about a family cow. So growing my own, baking daily bread, my COVID cupboard stops me thinking of the dead. Keeps me away from the superstore, just the delivery man knocking at my door. I've cooked rhubarb 6 ways. Being in the kitchen helps me pass the days. Cooking with grandma on the Skype. I think how sharing food is love of the very best type. And a montage of photographs of everyday life. Share your diary with Mass Observation this year and be as creative as you wish.